Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So it's 5 a.m. I'm not using my main mic. This is my secondary mic, so my audio quality might be off. But I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like it's something that I promised to share. And for those of you who watch this channel, you know that I make division videos. I do division commentary. I share my views. I share my thoughts. I take all the critique. I take all the advice that I want to take anyways and all that stuff. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the community. I enjoy the people that, participate in the channel. You guys make it possible for me to be a YouTuber. Now, lately the division has not, had any new content. And I mentioned in one of my old videos that I felt like it was a blessing because I was working on a project, and I really was. 5 years ago in 2014, I came up with a draft for a story that I wanted to write a fiction book over. Now, for those of you who also have watched this channel long enough, I enjoy story-driven experiences, whether it be video games, whether it be movies, animated series. So I wanted to kind of, write something that I felt like, would be a decent story. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people who read it will have to judge. And as I say here this morning, my first fiction book is published. It's one of those things where with a lot of prayer, when people get awards and they say, oh, I just want to, I want to thank God for this award and stuff. Like, I really know that, after a lot of prayer that God heard me and said, all right, here you go. Here's the strength to finish this. Cause with work, with family, with, working and grinding on YouTube, and every other thing that comes in, in with all of this, I pushed this project aside. I titled it Project Dragon Slayer when I first started it. The manuscript has changed 7 different times. If you read the first iteration of the manuscript and you read the book right now, it's like I could write a whole book of the first manuscript, and it's going to be a whole different story. And so the name of the book is called Aetion. It's called that's the main title, and then the book 1 of the series is Aeon's Curse. And so it's something that I've been working on for a long time because I felt like I wanted to just do this and add to whatever, the pool of storytelling is. Now, it's available on Amazon. I think it's only available on Amazon because I published it with Amazon's publishing, all the stuff that they put out there, Kindle Direct Publishing and all that stuff. But, as a gamer, we enjoy a good plot. We enjoy good stories. And, as we're critiques of these plots, these stories, some of us, or just me, I felt the need to just put my hands on deck and try to write something and see if I can actually do a decent enough job in that sense. Now, this is the first, this is part 1 of the book. The next book is going to be called Aetion, The Return of the Guardians. And so I'm already working on that. I think I'm working on that. I have a auxiliary workstation over there. I think I'm now in chapter 2, and so it is a daunting task, but I do have kind of like a rough idea because I had to finish the book at some point. Like, I was writing and I was going to go for like a 60,000 word novel, but I decided to go for a novella, just a small book. It's 100 pages, about 24,000 words or so, just so that, it could be a quick read. It's more geared towards younger people anyways. So I'm thinking it's just, something from like 10 to 15-year-olds, maybe 16-year-olds might find value in it. So it's not like a book that the audience here will probably want to read. It's like it's not a children's book, but that's what it's geared towards. But if you want to read it, feel free to do so. Feel free to share your thoughts. Amazon is over there. You can put a review, but it's just one of those projects that I wanted to just put out there. So for those of you who are Division players who, you've been supporting the channel, who've been asking me, hey, you're going to go back to playing the game, like my dudes on Discord, Identity even asked me the other day and said, hey, man, I know you guys know Identity. He's the one that makes like all the wonderful build videos lately. In fact, he's one of the guys that kind of just inspired me to actually continue, with this book project. Like one day he mentioned on the channel, he said, I really enjoy your videos and I've been inspired by, your work. So I'm going to start my own YouTube channel. Literally says that. And I click his channel and I think he had like maybe 1 video up on there. Now he is like one of the more prominent content creators in the community right now. So I want to just encourage you guys to go check his channel out. subscribe to him because he reminds me of kind of like how I started with the Division 2. Not the Division 1. I mean, how I started myself. I started when there wasn't a lot of content. The community was in a very weird place. And, you know, I came in and I started, you know, making videos on Tom Clancy's The Division. Some of you know, I mean, you've been on this channel for years. So, you know how I started. You know, I did some FIFA stuff and all that good stuff. So this is pretty much the project I've been working on. I wanted to share it with you guys as I promised. It's not, you know, it's not something that I'm trying to brag about. It's just something that, you know, I felt like, hey, the community needs to know what I've been up to because, you know, lately my videos have been very specific to commentary and specific to all that stuff because that's, you know, one of the things I do enjoy doing. And right now we don't have any new content. So I'll continue with the commentary. We'll be talking about the game. And then hopefully when New York is out, I will heavily be investing in, you know, some playtime, God willing, anyways, to, you know, jump in, play the game, talk about the game with you guys, what's currently available and all that. But, you know, even right now, I have a few videos that I still want to talk about because there have been some little things that were hinted at some of the state of the games. And I really wanted to bring them to light more than anything so that we can kind of just continue talking with them and all that good stuff. But anyways, you know, as you guys know, I'm working on the second part of the book. So my content is going to be very similar to what you've been seeing because I want to finish that project. You know, I'm writing it because mainly I want my kids to be able to read, you know, something that's been written by their dad because I started the book before my first kid was born. I think there's no perfect book is what they say. So if you see any mistakes, you can point it out because the beautiful thing of it being on Amazon is I can make updates. It's print on demand. So if anybody orders the book, they have to print it before mailing it to them. So that's one of the fun parts. So I can update the manuscript as much as I want. I mean, the changes take about 72 hours, but it's still better than having like a whole bunch of production out there with any major plot holes or whatever. So I can revise the edition and all that stuff, but I wanted to make sure, like, you know, I had some story-driven work written from the perspective of somebody who enjoys gaming, who enjoys stories, both in animation, both in film, and have it out there for, you know, the audience of readers that the book is geared towards. So that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for your time and audience. Thank you for all your support. You guys have been really cool watching these videos, clicking these videos. It's been really helpful. It's been really encouraging. It's one of the main things, you know, when you're doing content like this, you know, you get a lot of feedback from everywhere. But many people just support you regardless. They're just like, hey, you know, we want to be a part of this journey. And so they continue to do, you know, what they need to do as they feel like that's a way to support you. So that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.